Righto. Let's go see Lady Webb. Alright, let's see. I gotta fix my order up here a bit. Yeah, we'll do that. I think Lady Webb's in here, maybe? I don't remember where Lady Webb's at. No, she's not. She's upstairs. My bad. My YouTube uploads are going to be a little late. I'll try to get them up sometime this weekend. Don't know if it's going to happen. We'll have to see. I am also going to have to check my phone to the point where it's probably going to be annoying. But, just keep an eye, make sure everything's cool with my girlfriend, but has to be done. I'm going to make sure the Jeep and everything's working fine. What should all notes back here say? They're scribbled in a cryptic shorthand. You don't want anybody to know. Okay. Well, let's talk.
How fares your search?
There's something I could tell you about the Lead and Keys operations.
Well, let's hear it.
Lead and Key is manipulating a group of Ingwithan machines to span the country, and it seems to be causing the Hollowborn epidemic.
I had feared they might be involved in Widewind's legacy. It seemed too extreme even for them. How naive I've been. The Lead and Keys conspiracy is clear now. They have used Ingwithan technology to engineer Widewind's legacy, and they want people to blame Animancy for it.
Those cads.
As we speak, the Duke is holding hearings in the palace. He is listening to arguments for and against Animancy. When they finish, he is expected to decide whether to outlaw it. It seems the Leaden Key has been pushing Deerwood down this path for some time. I, for one, would enjoy seeing their little scheme fouled up at the last moment. Our Duke must hear what you have to say. Unfortunately, the hearings are closed to the public, which makes the Duke inaccessible until they are completed. However, certain groups have been invited to attend. You might get in with one of them if you aren't above a little pandering. There are delegations from the Knights of the Crucible, the Dozens, and from House Dominel. If you can gain the support of one of those groups, that may be your best way in. See what you can arrange.
Do I need to go talk to him right now, then? Oh, here we go. What does there know about the Duke?
Avar is many things to many people, and that is why he sits the throne. To the frontiersmen, he is one of their own. To the patriotic, he is a sole descendant of Admeth Hadrit. To the nobility, he is from an old and established family. All of these are half-truths or exaggerations, a tale he has spun around himself. The man behind the tale may not be the greatest mind in Deerwood, but he knows people. He knows when they are sincere and when they lie. He knows when they are strong and when they are weak. The other matters he leaves to me. Outwardly, he prefers to come off a bit of a simpleton. Don't be fooled. Before he was a duke, he was a trapper, and an excellent one at that.
I looked up at the text and I saw trapper and I misread it as rapper. That's funny. When they allow a guest of Dunrid Row into the hearings?
We would only do that as a last resort. Walking in with one of the 3 invited groups puts you in a position of influence. Walking in alone as a representative of Dunreed Row would earn you distrust among all the rest. It seems our organization has a reputation for nosiness and manipulation for whatever reason.
Well, you do go by Lady Webb.
It would be best if people did not see Dunreed Rowe's hand in this. Easier for them to embrace the truth.
Farewell. Alright, so we should then probably go see the Crucible Knights. Because we're cool with them. Sure as hell aren't going to the Dominals, and the Dozens we've not been on the best of terms with. Not really been against them, but haven't been for them either. Alright, let's go up here. Whoa. Gentlemen, can I help you? Who the hell are you? Assassins. Shoot. Hey, Tenwin, what's going on? I actually have all the quests in the city done at the moment. Assassin, 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 assassin. Guys can't even be bothered to tell me your affiliations. Oh, Aloth, where you should probably get back. Is anybody going after you? No. Okay, disengage. Durin, she probably should get back too a little bit. You're a little too close for comfort there. Nah, I won't use it. Looks like I'm doing okay with them. A bunch of fail assassins. Failsins. Oh, hey, they have a note. Written on this scrap of parchment is a concise but detailed description of you, including your name, your distinguishing features, and everyone you've known to have associated with in your brief time in Dyrwood. People I've associated with in Dyrwood. And that's another one. Alright.
Sure.
We need to go and we need to pay a visit to the Crucible Knights. Who live here at the Crucible Keep. Hey Tenwin, while you're here, is my mic sound alright? Because for some reason Streamlabs turned my mic off, and I had to turn it back on, and I don't think it messed with any of the settings, but I just want to make sure. Okie dokie, that's good. Yeah, I don't know why I went to stream and I tested.
The Knights have their ambitions, but the stability of Defiance Bay is foremost in their mind. The Dukes are thinking only of their trading assets, not the long-term health of our partners in the Dyrwood. If Defiance Bay falls, all we will have left are overland routes. Not much comfort.
I don't mind being interrupted, Pelagina. Just go for it. Yeah, I went to test my mic and it wasn't working. And for some odd, strange reason that I don't understand, because I didn't actually mess with Streamlabs at all, my mic was off, so I'm glad I noticed it. They seem like good allies to have if we're going to see the Duke. Pelagina nods. No group in the city is better connected to the Duke or better equipped to handle the dozens if they get out of hand. Did I do her quest in the embassy? Wait a minute. Says the next thing she needs to do is go to Twin Elms, so Oh, I talked to the dude at the Valiant Embassy, is that what you mean? Cool. Yeah, I think I looked through everything real quick. I just have, Grieving Mother, Hiravias, Cragholt, Yenwood Field. That's, Pelagina, Sagani. That's Caed Nua, Durance. We got a task for the Endless Paths, Durgan's Battery's White March, and then just the main quest, so... Yeah, I got everything taken care of here. I understand that the Crucible Knights are attending the Animacy hearings at the palace.
Indeed. Duke Avar looks to the Knights for prudent counsel as well as defense. I suspect our future as a city and a nation will depend in no small part on how we handle this matter.
Yeah, because I recruit allies for the Battle of Yenwood by doing both of those, right? Because I did a little bit of looking up about that. Because I was going to actually try to do that fight like a few days ago. And I didn't realize what I was getting into. And I read up on it and I changed my mind because I was like, I should get some allies first, probably. What do you think about Animacy? Despite what happened with the Forge Knights, Animacy merits further study in other contexts. There's much yet the Animacers could do to cure soul maladies, strengthen essence, perhaps even ameliorate the efforts of the legacy. He scratches his chin. We won't know until we try, and we can't afford to sit on our hands while our rivals watch us grow weak. Tell me about the hearings. He gives you a gruff frown. They're progressing slower than I'd like. The dozens raise a ruckus whenever anyone so much as mentions Animacy, and the Dominals are obfuscating matters on purpose. Nevertheless, I'm confident Avar will see reason eventually. I need an audience with Duke Avar. I'd like to attend the hearings. And we'll be glad to have you with us. Avar will no doubt find your presence pervasive, and we need all possible support to see that he gives Animacy a fair chance. Indeed. Was there anything else I could do for you? Goodbye. Alright, back to Lady Webb. And while we're walking, a quick look at my phone to make sure all's well with my girlfriend. I mean, it should be. She's not actually driving anywhere in her Jeep right now. But I just like checking on her anyway. I just like, well, I definitely don't like the Dominals, that goes without saying, but I just seem to get along with what the Crucible Knights have going on a little bit more. Plus, I believe I had to kill a member or two of the dozens already, and I don't believe I've had to kill any Crucible Knights. So they're kind of winning on points for me at the moment. I think I did that last time I played this too. I went with the Crucible Knights. I mean, sure, the Forge Knight thing was kind of ill-advised, but maybe they've learned a lesson from that. Dominos have tried to have me assassinated, though. They can burn, for all I care.
How fares your search?
If I'm going to do this for you, I think it's time you told me everything about Theos.
I've told you everything you need to know.
But not everything.
It's only right that you know everything.
Exactly.
When I was younger, before Dunreed Row, I had many suitors. These were fine-looking men of good stock, but I could see their thoughts, and they were unimpressive. Boys' thoughts. I toyed with their affections. I resented all of them. And then I met a man whose mind was a mystery to me. But he understood me. He knew me at a glance, told me things I didn't know about myself. He was neither handsome nor charming, but he was all I ever wanted.
You're talking about a deer. I'm sorry, you're talking about Theos.
We made a game of my gift. He would ask me about people, and I would tell him what they were thinking. Sometimes the information was very sensitive. And then one day he asked me if I trusted him. I said I did. Next I knew I was donning a silver mask and swearing oaths to Woodica. Using my gift for the Leaden Key still felt like a game to me, so I did it. I did it because it pleased him.
But it didn't last.
I don't like living in the dark. It's a powerless, hopeless feeling. Every day I did things without knowing their purpose. Every day I loved a man without knowing his thoughts of me. I sensed that there were things he wanted to tell me. I sensed that he knew everything the Leaden Key was created to hide. But Theos was unyielding. One day I disappeared without a word. He would kill me for it, and I knew that. It's their rule. I just wanted to see him plunge the knife, because then I would know. But the day never came. He has left me to wonder. I have devoted my years to learning everything I could about him, in hopes I would find some clue as to who he really was, and why he felt he had to keep his secrets locked away. I have precious little to show for it. Just an old woman nagged by old thoughts. And that is truly everything I can tell you about Theos. I hope you will accept this embarrassing story as a show of my good faith.
I wouldn't say it was embarrassing, but I want to discuss the Animancy hearings.
What of them?
The Knights of the Crucible have accepted me into their delegation.
Good. Avar Wolfgren looks to the Crucible Knights as a voice of reason and order. Speaking from their section should lend you credibility with him. You need waste no more time here. Get to the palace. Make your case to the Duke. With him on our side, all of Deerwood can be mobilized against the Leaden Key, and Theos can be rooted out. I only wish I could be there to see it. There is a very old bottle of a very good brandy that I have been saving for a special day. If you hurry back afterward, there may be a little left for you. Off with you. You're going to do very well in there.
Bye. Alright, here we go. I'm sure this is just going to be nice and easy, and we're going to get everything we want, and this game's going to have a solid ending right after. And then maybe on Monday we'll start Knights of the Old Republic. I'm kidding. Run. Actually, before I do anything else, save game. Let's make a save. PoE 2, huh? I'm tempted. But I actually did tell Odie, who comes in here every once in a while, that I'll probably do Knights of the Old Republic next because they were talking about it. So I think I'll do that one, and then I may do PoE 2 afterward, just to give myself a little bit of a cleanser in between games. Wait, where am I going? Probably over here. But that's a long ways off. There's no doubt a lot left to do in this one. And hopefully next week I'll have time to actually play it 5 days straight. Go to the upper floor. Wait a minute. Are there stairs going up? Is this door over here it? 'Cause this week's just been a mess. Oh, no, that took me outside. Oh, okay, I see. This is so nice, a balcony seat. It's like being at the opera. The room below is animated amidst a heated debate. All the representative groups are easily discerned in the crowd. Crucible Knights, stiff in their noisy armor, sit in one section. In another are well-dressed members of House Dominal, casual watching with a predator's interest. Still elsewhere are the ramshackle dozens, who have made no special effort to dress up for their liege lord. Interspersed are animancers in their academics' robes with expressions either sour or concerned.
Well then, answer me this, Master Barash. If you animancers represent our best hope to cure the legacy, what progress can you demonstrate?
Ramir de Barask is originally from Palminia. He's one of the finest minds in animancy to come out of the Valian Republics. He left for Defiance Bay 5 years ago, because he believed this was the true heart of animancy research.
In Pelagina's words and the way she looks at her countrymen, you sense both pride and a mild sense of frustration.
As I've said, it isn't about progress, it's about potential.
My house would agree, Your Grace. We see great potential in its future.
And I suppose your blazing profits during the legacy don't have nothing to do with that, do they, Dominel? You can't have it both ways no more! Animancy goes, or this country goes!
So you admit, Master Barask, that animancy is no closer to stopping the legacy than it ever was.
No, we've had many promising experiments. Cadman Azo has shown...
Cadman Azo murdered a child. For a complete failure. We should be hanging him right now for what he done. The dozens won't stand for it.
There is no need. Master Azo recently passed the Shroud, and while the experiment failed, his work...
Oh boy, I get to interject. His work was sabotaged.
Ah, our new delegate from the Knights of the Crucible. What makes you say sabotage?
I met a false patient in Brackenberry Sanitarium who had tampered with Azo's machinery.
The fuck's that even matter? These are people who would toy with the lives of our children.
Language.
Indeed. Even assuming there was sabotage, is this Animancer Azo not still accountable here?
Those who know me around here know me to be fair in judgment. Gaben Azo should be held guilty. Aloth whispers between gritted teeth. After the farce we saw at the sanitarium, I couldn't agree more.
Exactly. Look at what happened in Heritage Hill. Our supposed protectors from Crucible Keep can't even clean up the messes Animancy leaves.
Oh shit, maybe I shouldn't have said that.
Your Grace, we'd have a much easier time of it if our knights weren't so occupied trying to keep their organization from igniting a revolution on our very doorstep.
Heritage Hill is blood on your hands, Justicia. You turn a blind eye, and look what happens.
Crucible Knights are blameless here. This was not the workings of Animancy, but an ancient device in Tir Naunith.
You've some strange taste in travels, friend. The height of your tales expands with every breath.
My word is my oath. I challenge anyone here to find someone who knows different.
I had heard whispers of a new delegate set to attend today's hearing. I admit that your candor was mentioned more than once. Tell us what you saw in Heritage Hill.
Tir Naunith houses an Ingwithan machine that holds dominion over the flow of souls. It was this machine that made the district undead.
Even if it is as you say, we have testimony that a group of Animancers had been spending time there. Surely their tinkering had something to do with this.
I have reason to believe there were others at the tower who might have done this.
Animancy has many enemies. You need only look around this room to see it.
You're missing the point. Everywhere there's Animancers, there's disaster.
If you had a good argument, you wouldn't have to raise your voice and swear like a toddler, just saying.
We all know what Widewind's legacy's really about. And it ain't about some sparkling saint from Creed Ceres who's mad because he took a stroll down the wrong bridge.
Ha, wrong bridge indeed.
It's about a bunch of so-called intellectuals fucking with the natural order while the rest of us gotta suffer for it.
Is it, though? Should we not take the time to reach a clear conclusion? I mean, what proof do we have?
Sorry. Had to get some delicious water there.
My son and daughter are buried beneath the floor of my house.
Why'd you do that?
No land, so that's where we lay them.
Oh, okay.
My wife let him slip when she was bathing him. Got water in his lungs, he couldn't cough up. My daughter? We put her to bed one night, and the next morning she wasn't breathing. This Hollowborn thing, it ain't ending. And it ain't ending because we still let these charlatans play God. There's your proof, you damn copper fucker.
I will say... I like this dude's voice acting.
Enough, Adric. Lady Dominel makes a point. If it's Animancy, then why do the other states that permit the practice not suffer the same fate? Who among us can say he truly understands why the legacy has taken hold here?
Psh, I can. Crowd begins to mutter, the sound taking a doubtful character. Right idea, Watcher. Taking his hearing by the curly ones. Don't waste your chance. Damn straight. Widewind's legacy is the creation of the Leaden Key. Gaben and Azo's downfall was their work, as was the tower in Heritage Hill. They want you to do this. They want Animancy to fall. The dull muttering expands into a din of skepticism that fills the hall. I have seen them in the ruins of Irglanfath, operating machines that disrupt and redirect the flow of souls, near towns like Gilda Vale and Deerford, where their legacy is universal. As a watcher, I have heard their dead confess their plot. They are stealing the souls of the unborn.
Beasts. Another lunatic at the hearing. Did you remember to lock your sanitarium before you left, Master Barask?
That was supposed to be funny. You want to see Crazy make one more smart comment just like that, but nah. Diplomacy, diplomacy. Birth invalids until your womb dry. Jesus. The rest of these people will hear the truth. You shame your order by dismissing the truth before hearing it, madame. I expect better from a Knight of the Crucible. If he did, for your husband's sake, I hope he has at least left a brothel unlocked. If, as the Duke says, no theory has more proof than any other, what is the harm in hearing one more? I like that, plus it butters up the Duke.
You must know, friend, that the Leaden Key is a mantle for small-time ruffians and children at play. I'm not saying you're a liar. Not yet. But you'd better start making sense of all this. Help us believe you.
Alright, what are my options? What's more likely, that the gods are destroying Dyrwood for a science practiced in many parts of the world, or that a group of people hates animancy and wants it suppressed? Leaden Key is very real. They are foreigners from Adir and Riceras who hate Dyrwood and want to see us suffer. Let's say a lord is cuckolded by his wife. If he tells her to stop, she'll only want her lover more. But if he spreads a rumor that her lover has just visited a brothel and acquired a pox on her loins, she'll end it on her own. Huh. We all want the same thing here. We want Weidman's legacy to end. If we work together instead of arguing, we can stop the people who are doing this. Again, I'll go with the honest answer because I have a reputation. If you know anything about me, you know this. I have been called many things, but never a liar. An honest witness is the best piece of evidence you have in this matter.
The only piece of evidence.
They call me Honest Liquid.
The only piece of evidence that doesn't send your kind to the gallows, you mean?
You've made an unexpected case, friend. I'll say that much. It seems we have a new possibility to consider, at the very least. How was it you came to learn all this?
Knights of the Crucible were instrumental in aiding my investigation.
I see. I'm impressed the Knights seized such an unlikely opportunity to find an end to all of this. But these hearings are about more than Weidman's legacy, even though that is our most pressing concern. Let's say for the moment that I were to take you at your word that our friends in Brackenbury Sanitarium and their peers bear no responsibility for this curse upon my country. I'm curious, what would you do if you were in my position?
Cut things because I'm a barbarian. I would allow Animancers to continue their work. They explore questions we all wish to understand. If we'd known more, perhaps this crisis could have been averted. Animancy should be studied in Dyrwood. If you don't, someone else will, and they will wield great power over you. The Animancers of Dyrwood have been given too long a leash. The practice should be restricted and controlled. In truth, I'm not completely confident Animancy doesn't have something to do with Weidman's legacy. It would be wise to ban the practice, or Animancy is too dangerous, we're not meant to use it. I would allow Animancers to continue their work. They explore questions we all wish to understand. If we'd known more, perhaps this crisis could have been averted. Her face still, Pelagina looks your way and subtly nods in approval. Pelagina agrees, that's all I need. Alof shakes his head. Animancers serve their own ambitions and their own purses. Giving them this power is likely setting a child loose in an armory.
Very well. That is all I wish to hear. Not just from you, but from everyone. Many days we've been at this. It is time we put it to rest. I want to thank the delegations for helping me collect my thoughts. And our new delegate, who has warned us of a new possibility that must be looked into. The time has come to choose a direction for the Dyrwood. I am ready to make my pronouncement.
Dust my hands off there. I handled that pretty well, I think.
Ramir de Barash, representing the interests of Animancers in Dyrwood, step forward.
Your Grace.
The arguments for and against Animancy are both strong.
Oh, hell.
I must be careful in my judgment.
Forgive me, Your Grace. We will accept no judgment but our own.
What's he doing?
No, wait!
Stop this at once!
I've given you every chance to end this pursuit. Shall I end it for you?
How about I end you for you?
Another time. I am already late.
Liquid's just had enough. The words, "Shall I end it for you," ring in your ears. You find yourself gasping for breath, struggling to keep your own balance. You drop to a knee and watch as Theos hurries out of the building. The world dims around you, the screams and clashing of weapons fading to silence. All that remains are the words.
Shall I end it for you?
Theos stands at a pulpit high above an assembly of robed onlookers, you among them, clustered around a wide circular pit carved of stone. He addresses a woman bound backward over a large iron wheel overlooking the great stone maw. Many of the woman's fingers and toes are severed, and the bottoms of her feet are charred black. The skin of one side of her face looks like melted candle wax, black and red and seeping, and the angle of her back suggests a spine in ruins. Yet for all that, her expression betrays little of her anguish.
I am already at peace, Grand Inquisitor. Are you?
So be it. If you desire no end, you shall have none. I find you guilty of heresy. May the eternal prison bar your soul from passage, for it is beyond redemption.
He nods to a hooded attendant who begins untying her from the wheel. Liquid was granted dominion of the sleepers. You open your eyes to the beam ceiling of the palace's grand entry hall. The clangs of metal striking metal wafted in from outside alongside the cries of the injured as you stagger to your feet. Theos is gone. Skani is patting your cheek with a firm but gentle hand. Get up. Trouble's already found us. Off to one side you can hear the clinking rustle of chainmail, and you look over to see a wounded guard slumped against the wall. He's trying to say something, seemingly directed at you, but at first it is too faint to hear. He gathers his breath and manages to rasp out a few words. Lady Webb, she's the only... She must be told. She'll know what to do. Please, find her. Tell her everything. The guard passes out and slides to the floor still. Alright, I can handle that. But first, is anybody, like, still alive in here? Or is everybody like... Oh, you're still alive. Record keeper gonna record. Don't go out there. There's rioting in the streets. I like a good riot. I'm a barbarian. Riot is my middle name. Justicars and Justiciars, my bad, and commoners. Stand down, we don't want to fight you. Uh-oh. No loot on you fellows? Darn, I kind of want to check this out a little bit. Stones to this ancient tower have been blackened by centuries-old fires, surrounded by a patch of wildflowers. Oh, that's no different. Seen him at the sanitarium. Get him. Wait. I probably shouldn't kill the commoners to save that guy, I'm guessing. That's probably a bad idea. I wouldn't have been able to get to him in time anyway. There's nothing else up here. Maybe when they called themselves the dozens, they were going by the brains, number of brain cells or something like that. They don't seem very smart. Uh-oh. These lot are in league with the Animancers. I like seeing a good AI versus AI fight. Probably should have brought more armor with you guys. This guy right here is going to survive. I'd have had him dead by now, just saying. Oh, you guys are barely injured. This is going to take like all night. Sweet, I guess I gotta go this way. Because there's roadblocks put up in places. Oh, it's just taking me somewhere. It's gonna make me go through where they want me to go. Ooh, you have money. You also have Animaster's boots. Grants jolting touch and damage reduction to shock. Any of you not have boots yet? Aloth, of all people, doesn't have boots. And take them, because if something hits you with lightning or shock, it's probably going to be from a distance, so it'll probably be like lightning or something, and you're a distance fighter. Plus, jolting touch might be good if something gets near you. Oh man, was that the sanitarium? A wealthy noble by the name of Lord Sidrock has arrived at the stronghold. He seeks your aid. Well, I got a little bit of a problem here. He's going to have to wait. I like how the fire effect makes it look like there's blood in the fountain. Actually, there might be blood in the fountain. Let's go up here. I know that Lady Webb's the other way, but just looking to see the effects of everything here.
Let's go.
I really don't like Dominos. I remember the assassins. Throw them in the fire, guys.